Hello there, it is Thursday the 4th of February, can't quite believe we're on February already, and yes, I'm here in the sewing room. I'm just going to talk you through some of the latest projects that I'm working on. Firstly, just going to show you something quite interesting. You may have seen these before because we have featured these on the newsletter, I think. Yes, we have. This is the blanket, this is my Spice of Life blanket that I did, the second one that I did in Sirdar Cotton DK. I did it in 12 colours, not the 13 that we did it in on the pattern. I did put a yellow in there, I didn't like it and I took it out. But then one of my next projects, and I say one of my next because if you know me, you know I do quite a lot of different things at once, was this, which is a baby blanket for my cousin. Firstly, and I'm sure a lot of you relate to this, the baby was actually born in October. But I've not, I need to go and see her over the next couple of weeks. And just something Leslie pointed out when I brought it in was how similar the colours were. And if you look, I have repeated a lot of the same colours in this blanket that were in this one. I think it just goes to show that most of us do have our own colours that we really, really like. Although, funnily enough, I have just said to the girls that they're not really colours that feature in my house. However, I am about to start a mammoth decorating project of the house because it's not been done since we moved in. And you never know, you might be seeing more things like this. I do love, by the way, this blanket in the Cotton DK. It feels gorgeous. It's the Sirdar Cotton DK, which is 100% mercerised cotton. And it's really, really beautiful to crochet with. So if you've not given it a try, it's well worth it. A lady yesterday came in store and bought all the colours in this to do it once she'd felt it, because it does gives the blanket a really nice weight and it drapes really nicely. This one is in Debbie Bliss Baby Cash Merino, which for those of you that have been reading the newsletters for a while will know is one of my all-time favourite yarns. I love merino. I love the fact it feels really cool when you touch it. And it really, really is beautiful, and the colours are just second to none, they're gorgeous. So those are two things I've finished. So for those of you that say I never finish anything, I do. Specifically my husband. I start more than I finish, but I do finish quite a few. Now I have started a couple of new things recently. I think 3, but I couldn't find one before when I looked for it. I've started, you may remember that I did a Rowan knit along. Gosh, it was 2 years ago, Martin Story Knitted Along, which was done in the Rowan Pure Wool Worsted, which is this yarn here, which is really, really beautiful. It feels slightly rougher on the ball than it does when you knit it up. But I did, Martin Story designed a knit along, which was in 17 colours. Colours that I just wouldn't have put together, and you knitted different squares and then sewed it all up at the end. I think it took me a week to sew it together. I've not got the blanket with me today. You will have seen it before because it's actually at the show in Manchester. But I'm redoing that. As I said, I'm going to about start decorating the house, and I've got an idea for blues and greys in my lounge. So I'm redoing it just in one colour. This is in the Moonstone, which is this shade here. And I'm doing all the squares all over again. I think I've done 6 of one. I think I'm on my final, another square now. However, I did start that about 2 weeks before the new Martin Story Knit Along, which we're lucky enough to have the blanket here. And this is it. You can see it, it's absolutely gorgeous. You could just drape yourself in it. It feels beautiful. Different to the blanket, I think it's the wrong way. Different to the blanket it did last time because it's got some colour work in it, so that's going to be really interesting. Each square, each pattern has its own videos, etc. with techniques, and there's a really active Ravelry group as well. Again, he's used the Pure Wool Worsted, which, as I say, once you've knitted with it, is beautiful. £7.99 a ball from us, but it's a 100-gram ball. And it's pure wool. I don't think I found a knot in it at all. It really is gorgeous. So I'm now doing this one. There are 4 colourways that Martin does in his patterns, which that's a sort of sample of some of the colours that are in it. The colours weren't really me. I wanted to do something a bit different. So I think, and I say think because this is a very recent decision, I think I've decided, there's 8 colours in it, and I think I've decided on these 8 colours here. We have been doing a bit of jigging about this morning because that was the colour that I had in, but we think we prefer that one now. But colours are so difficult to get right, but I think that's the one I'm going for. This is the first square. This pattern was released last Thursday. You get 2 weeks to knit 6 squares, and I'm on my 5th. So this is it, a really nice moss stitch heart pattern. Really simple. I'm hoping they're not lulling us into a false sense of security because I do think they'll get a bit more difficult. What I do like, if you look, the patterns are charts. I'm not a natural chart follower, but it is something you see more and more of in knitting patterns now, and I find these a really nice way to get to grips with it. And I'm finding it, the first square was quite tough when you're squinting and trying to follow it. actually now I'm on my 5th one, it's really, really simple to follow and I know how to count. So it is, if you're scared of charts, don't be. These were a nice introduction to it. The pattern is free, it's on knitrowan.com. And I think there are 12 patterns in all, including the sewing up and the border. And you can download a pattern every 2 weeks. Say the first one was released last Thursday, the next one will come out next Thursday. So that's a couple of things. I have got some Noro wrist warmers somewhere, but I can't find them. So I'll show you them next time. All right, thank you.